Welcome back to the DreamHack Open featuring Fortnite, where we are just an hour into the first games of the semifinals, everyone. We've already seen some great plays going on here, but it's still anyone's game. Bala, anything that you got to see there? I mean, we're taking a look at Arkham right now that was on the screen, and of course, we all know Pure Skittles here. Any players really shining so far?
Yeah, I think that July player that I don't really know much at all about definitely showed up, but I'm also trying to digest a couple of these replays because that was completely from a different game for multiple different POVs, Arkham, Skittles, and a couple others too. So nice by DreamHack to be able to show up on these different POVs and really get some ideas of all the different scale of games that are going on, because there could be like, what, 5-6 lobbies going on at the same time with 500 players?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Monster, what did you think about July there?
Yeah, July was popping off, man. Like Bala mentioned, this is the time for West now, right? We're finally getting a showcase. So we're going to see some new names really come up. And hopefully this weekend, we'll be able to rise some new stars into the scene as DreamHack continues to highlight the NA West region.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about these Fortnite tournaments is that you kind of expect the same like best players to be consistent throughout, but we always get one or two new players that really shine and have the possibility of becoming this big new Fortnite star. But real quick, before we hop back into the game, let's take a look at the top 20 that we have right now. Although these scoreboards are going to be constantly changing, chat, we're not even an hour into the competition. So these top 20 names, it's possible that you're not even going to see them in about 15 minutes. But Monster, any names that are sticking out to you right now?
Of Rokane, man, I haven't seen Rokane in a hot minute up there in second place. You see BBG Bucky down by 18th, and I'm sure Bala can harp on any of these East players that are stepping in. And some of the West, honestly, coming up the way we sort of expect for the start of the show.
Yeah, we saw 40R Storm take third in that last game, so 84 points. That's pretty good for him. Domo is also a NA West FNCS champion, I believe, for the squads variation. So dominant from him to stay at 83 points. But like you said, a lot is still up in the air. We've still got an hour and 10 or 2 hours and 10 minutes for these games to queue up.
Yeah, I know it already feels like we've been playing for 2 hours, Bala, but we got 2 hours and 10 minutes to go, and there's still going to be those games lasting the last 30 minutes as well, because that queue timer does stop exactly at the hour mark, so we might have an extra like 20-30 minutes to play here. But this is the top 20 that we have for the semifinals, everyone. 500 players competing. They have 3 hours to complete 10 games and collect as many points as possible, and only the top 100 are going to be moving on to the grand finals tomorrow. But Bala, Monster D, I'm going to leave you guys to cast the action.
Yes, thank you so much, Kelly. That's a very good update to what's going on. And with that, we'll be able to have the information to watch this next game. The second game for a lot of people, and we already see clicks off spawn. Penguin goes down. That's Icy, a very prominent West player, trying to land at the craggy cliffs that just got revealed again, and Specs will instantly take him out.
The dynamic difference from this game to the last. I mean, just look at the boat over there. 4 players contesting it. A player that I do want to keep an eye out today is Nico. Can Nico step it up and continue to qualify himself through the grand finals? He's on an uphill battle here, of course, battling across the other regions, but Nico's been doing some serious work on his own personal channel, and just being able to perform while live, I think, is very, very impressive.
Yeah. Nico has definitely been turning a lot of heads, because not only is he performing in the final stages, like in the FNCS Invitational that he did, but he's been doing well in open, semis, and grands. And like you said, putting in work on his stream. He's going to be going up against Specs, though, who looks to have already 3 limbs in the tournament, but also against Jay Roses, another FNCS champion, I believe, back in trios. Speaking of Bucky, you mentioned him. He's in this game. And he was landing Frenzy, and he's already made his way out, so maybe had to switch up his drop just slightly.
I'm looking at, there's a bunch of players in this area already, so don't blame him for playing the passive route around the outsides here. He's trying to rotate upwards towards that dead zone, so you're seeing the flexibility, the brains coming out of Bucky here. He's probably going to be colliding up against across what would be players on the outside who's going to have to make that rotate. This is a surprise, if you ask me, surprise factor, the way he's moving across the zone. If he does collide onto someone, you're probably going to catch someone big off guard here. Talk about big players. I see Big 60 on PC jumping into the West scene as well, finding himself a little bit of a 5 points right there as well.
Yep. jumping on the scene that he did in FNCS Duos and the Invitational, more importantly, when he switched over to PC. Dominated in the console track pretty much every single week. People were like, who is this guy? Big 60? He used to be called what? I'm 60 FPS with a dream.
Yeah.
And well, I think he's gotten that dream. I think yes, he had it, but now it's on to bigger and better things for Big 60.
Oh, here's Divine Silver though, going up in a little bit of a box fight. Okay, it's his wall, but he's not gonna be able to find anything. The edit was a little bit flubbed. Just gonna slow him down here. Looking for the charged shot here. That great charge shotgun can still do some serious work, even against attack. All he has to do is connect with it. The player he's going against right now is just Nemo. Does not have any shield in there. He's gonna launch pad out. It's only gonna take a few beams, but he's gonna lose line of sight, and Bucky's actually gonna find it in the process. So now Bucky's gonna be able to get the weak prey as well. And, he's gonna hit the perfect grenade as well. The great follow-ups, my gosh, just cleaning up house right now.
Bucky with the perfect position. I mean, you say perfect position. The first one, beams on the player who's looking for the launch pad shots, the guy who got so low, and then marking instantly, recognizing the range and saying, okay, I can throw a couple nades. Only 2 will be required to finish that off. And Nemo will pay for that instantly. Bucky with the cone on the backside, gets reason as he lands. And now in a 1v1 that started off because he got 2 elims and the guy was like, hold on, this guy might be low. But no, Bucky started those fights fantastically. There, another charged shot, but it misses. More time though. The issue for Bucky is that he is losing pretty much every piece that he goes for. When Reason goes for it, there's an awkward edit and he will end up falling. And I think that was his own cone that he was trying to flip, but unfortunately, after 2 elims, his streak ends right there by the hands of Reason.
Not too bad of a game though. Regardless, he's going to pick up a couple points, hit the drawing board there. Almost a PogChamp moment, to say the least. A couple frags there was nice to see all unfold. Let's see if Reason recognized the fact that he did take someone out to the left, because there's some free loot lingering about. Here's Clicks though, who's hanging out in the basement over at Pleasant, trying to get his farm on right now. Not too bad.
Funny about that nade elim that he got onto Nemo. That loot is not going to be picked up until somebody rotates through there. They're going to be like, what the heck happened here? Did somebody just disconnect? Clicks though is getting W keyed by Specs, who came all the way craggy, and a nice start. Letting him come through saying, hold on, I can actually just hit you with a little pre-fire, and he does. Now going on the offensive. The player up in the box is Brick, but his crash pad goes all the way through instead of stays. He almost gets the cone on the floor, but Nade's coming in from the other side of Pleasant now too. Actually, that's another player coming from the same side, Colton from the bridge.
Clicks looking for the advantage here, but is going to lose. Goes right back down. It's a bit of a reset. Specs is going to be able to heal back up. Back to max HP. The notice, though, he saw him through the wall. He knew he was there. Even on the edits, and now it's 50-50. All he needs to do is hit the shot, and yes, Clicks is going to find it. That was a close one. Specs hit a few big shots there.
Dude, Clicks is so good at these early game fights in Pleasant. Like, so good and so confident, especially if you fight him in his own type of territory, in his own type of play style, which is these close-range box fights. The ones that he ends up losing are fights that go up to the sky, but I think he's learned over time to just stay with what he is so good at, which is staying low and in the box.
A little bit of a highlight unfold in another lobby here. Players again playing across multiple tracks or following the action across the board. Gotta love how the team here, the production team at DreamHack's, keeping us all dialed in, all tuned in with all the action.
So this game, you know, slightly less stacked than the first game. Clicks obviously had a decent, and I say decent, I really mean decent first game. I think he started this one with 45, or actually 46 with the 1 elim. It's 5 points, quick maths, but not quite the games that we saw like 40R Storm have, like we saw Macon have, Rocane, those guys. Ooh, okay.
Hello?
Frist? Okay, that wasn't that far. Okay, I didn't see him on the mini-map at all. We just tuned in with Reason. That was the guy who took out Bucky, by the way, so he'll get essentially 3 players worth of loot just from one elim. Can't stack it all, and there's not really that many upgrades because they all were fighting fairly quickly in Frenzy Farm, so not too much loot actually accumulated over all 3.
Highlights and deleted for first right there. Quick little backspace. It's a good start for him for sure. Completely maxed out now on resources. He's got the rotation, the mobility to go with it. Zone favor right on top of him. He's near the dead side. Things are looking really good for Frisk right now coming into this early game here. A player who's got the prime positioning though. Prime himself right now on the mountain. Looking out and about, trying to see what he can get himself into. You notice he's, or for a second there, he wasn't based up, so was on the hunt.
Really early still. I thought we were already into like second and third zone with the amount of players that are up right now and the way that they're playing, right? But no, we're still in first. I'm going to sit still in the shack, and I wonder if Flock actually knows. I think he might. I think he'll be careful no matter what. That brick will not reveal. Prime will go out, though, and try to get a shot on him, but Flock is fast enough. So they back away from each other. Zone continues to pull up towards Pleasant Park. Clicks will be happy about that, and any Clicks fan too.
All right, Prime's going to make the first move.
Risky zip line. Primal beam, yes, all the way down to like 15 HP on the back side of this. There's a replay on the other side. A player with 5. Ooh, nice cone. He blocks that. Oh, okay. Okay, Prime. Okay, I like what I see. The cone to block the launch pad, and he catches that elim perfectly off the. I think the mistake to take the zip line in the start of all of that.
Then the disrespect to break the launch pad. He doesn't need that. He's going on foot. He's close to the zone anyways. My gosh. Well played. The control there. Executed. Sampa, though, is going to get backed out of this lobby as well. Sent back to his 8th games left, I'm assuming, for him. Unfortunate for Sampa. John is on fire right now, looking to continue up. He wants the loot, though. He's running straight back for it. I don't blame him here. First, he needs to upgrade. He could use the minis and the extra resources as well. So quite a huge frag for him, especially since there's no one back here. Ooh, and a shotgun as well to upgrade.
Floppers and Slurpfish too could be so huge, so important these days. When you talk about dealing with things like the shockwave launcher, you have to have a recovery option in zone. And I think just in general, that's the way.
I was gonna say, I'm just realizing this combo Noel's doing is not fair. Like, he's letting things rip right there. Like,
I mean, you saw in the last game with the RPG on height too, like the instant reloads. It's just like, okay, he had 8 rockets. I'm just gonna fire them all off. Yeah, that's definitely something that is affecting the game right now for sure. But take advantage of it, I guess.
Oh, okay, setting up for the fight against Goose here. There's no way Goose is gonna sit there, is he? Oh, looks like he's committed to the drop. He thinks he's got a sweet surprise landing on him. I think Noel's going to teach him what the real gift is going to be here.
He's too slow, though.
No, he's waiting for it. He wants to make sure this is going to work out.
I like it. Yeah, you're right. Waiting for it to get ever closer so he'll make the edit and start to actually open up. He'll wait for it. Monster, that's a really good call. Here it comes.
Oh, gosh, here it is.
I think it's a little early.
Oh.
Yeah. It didn't quite land.
No.
So there's one, at least. So he might be able to actually fight over the drop, but I think he definitely wanted the elim, and already the mini's coming back up. Newell's on top of it. And we'll fight over it, though.
I'm upset. All that preparation to fall short on 2 of the days, but it's all right. Goose is on the run right now. Noel is looking to get a piece of the action. All right, making sure he's going to take control of a few of these walls before he steps in. And now he's going to work his way around the backside here. Goose underneath the ramp, though, forced into even weirder position now as he goes to the lowest levels and gets the drop in the process. Okay. So now things are really getting interesting. How's Noah going to play this? Yes, he's going to open it up, and it's all his. And that's it. He gets rewarded big time here. Nice come up there. Okay. He's going to take...
How in the world does Noah have 60 points right now, by the way? Oh, okay. So he must have quickly got... Remember, because we saw him get taken out in the first game that he played instantly. Maybe he played a second game after that, and now this is his third. That's the only way I can see the fact that he has 60 points makes sense. But, hey, that's a good recovery no matter what.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity to bounce back. And, I mean... He's off to a good start here. I mean, placement points are going to start being divvied out and, you know, tallied up shortly. Already finding himself a nice big frag here to refresh his material count. So he's very much in the game. Looking at the zone, though, it's going to go northwest. So his rotate shouldn't be too bad. Colton getting taken out again. Twice now we tune in. You see Colton falling towards his mid to end game kind of situation. Zone 3 now. Things are really starting to kick up. You see the bases being planted all out and about.
Curious on a lot of different people who were rotating on that north side. Number one, where's Clicks, who came out of the south side? But where's Frist, who just got another elim? Where did they end up? He was rotating with a bunch of players through the waters south of the yacht. Players like, I believe I saw Animal. I believe I saw Macwood. They were all swimming on that north side trying to get to the dead side of zone. Nice pressure from Crisis. Added a stink grenade from somebody else. I think it was Lee on the left, and that will be a recipe for success.
A little bit of lobby manipulation, unfortunately, there. Just a few shots, and all of a sudden, he was the target. Yeah, he's going to hop on in, though, try to snatch up the loot while he can here. So look at C, 70 points in this competition. Already off to a strong, very strong start. One elimination this game here. He's going to pass by a nice little bulk of loot there. Didn't notice it, though. He's continuing to cut across. And this is a great rotate around his backside. Love that he's using the builds that were already there, giving him a little extra layer of protection. Gonna recover now.
And we did get that update that I was asking for. Clicks is on the north side of this. Same with Macwood, who just picks up an elim on that fishy player right in front of us. Jay Roses is up there too. Lazar P, and I'm gonna guess there's a fight actually breaking out with Clicks. There's a stink bomb over there. I think Clicks might be the aggressor actually, because he continues to change layers after the other player changes layers.
Take a look at that. Cease is gonna inch his way in, build out a metal up top, step his way backwards now, and max out his materials. So definitely looking to optimize his settings right now, gathering what little bits of metal that was left inside the kitchen there, and now he's following the storm wave inside. He gets ticked once, but it's not gonna be too much of a threat right now as this zone moving forward. It's gonna tick for 5 and onward, so no longer do you want to play with the storm here. Setting up for vision here now. Time to read the field and figure out how it is that he's going to get his move on.
Ooh.
Other big names in this lobby here. Macwood, Tomas, Lazar.
I saw Furious as well. The NA East FNCS Invitational Solos champ. So this is definitely going to be a difficult one. But what is difficult is this zone. It continues to pull northwest. That is so hard to reconcile, especially if you drop over in the southeast. Cease, though, staying very late. He has all the tools he needs to rotate on the backside of players and get in very quickly with the grappler. So he spends the time on the backside to farm up a little bit more, just like you pointed out, and then goes in. Frisk still there right in front of him, so he's got to be careful. Definitely a lot of people will beam him if the opportunity presents itself.
All he's looking for is those super low glides in. So he doesn't open up his lines of sight for too much. And no, the mistake there. Oh my gosh, so close. A mistimed build in the wall because you can't build next to the house, the roof there. And now This lay, I'm assuming, is going to be able to pick up all the goods here. The harpoon going to be able to pull that right in towards him. What a huge come up. Cease was basically a big delivery. He had a good game in front of him.
So unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Macwood picks up big 60 as well. That's, I think, 3 elims on the rotation through this mid game for Macwood. I don't think necessarily any box fights that he's engaged in, so not really taking any risk to find them, but hey, I'll take it. Clicks is right next to him though. Crisis is on height, and we're looking at a zone right now where the congestion is all along the coast, while a couple of people will be on that island in the northwest. I'm wondering if they're actually going to be able to make it out of this one if the zone pulls down south.
This reminds me of that Twitter video I saw that one day where there was like a team of 2 or 3 on one side and the entire lobby was stacked up on the other coast, just like this. And the zone pulls across. This is the nightmare for the squad across on the little island. They're now essentially evicted off the landscape. They're going to have to make a big move. Clicks, though, playing with the borderline, really playing a wide catacomb here, making a 3x1 base, give himself some room to work with. I really like this, actually.
Yeah,
See how this
you're
is
right.
going to play out for him.
You call it a catacomb. It definitely could be if somebody decides to start spraying at this, especially before the zone moves. He's going to go for it, though. A fight on the backside. Yes, I love the targeting from Clicks. The targeting first on the player was Thomas was going in on, and he knew the damage wasn't done, and then switching on to onto Thomas, gets that one and gets Macwood. That's 2. Clicks has got it. He pounces on the opportunity, potentially more, and those are 2 big names. Thomas and Macwood, 2 of the better players in the lobby that Clicks has just taken out.
Absolutely huge. Someone's in trouble right now is Try with no HP and, more importantly, no ammunition other than the charge here. He's looking to take this fight. This is a crucial one for both sides. Timbers is going to turn his back, though, and eat one. And now he's out of the game. This is someone who's got to make a dangerous rotate. He's off to a great start. Let's talk about that. 72 points this early in the competition. He's very much up there, the pack of wolves right now. Once again, what's on the line right now is to get that top 100, make it through to grand finals, and secure the bag for the weekend. Gonna watch Joey there get melted on the wide shot. Team Extra has a lot of presence here in the competition for the West team.
Ooh, I didn't see that. Maybe Jacob's name is hard to see sometimes now with the low-key EP Jacob, but he's down on low ground somewhere in this 5th zone and has the opportunity also a little. So West representation in this lobby is high, even though we've seen Clicks, we've seen Macwood, we've seen Frisk and those guys. I think we'll see a West player on top in this game, though, because we've kind of eliminated a lot of those big threats. Frisk is still there, though, and I'm wondering if Frisk is actually dropping Caddy on West, even though he has the ping disadvantage.
Only time will tell. We'll see once that zone 6 and 7 come out. That's where the shockwave launcher is really going to shine and start to disrupt things. The player is looking for the big shot, though. Oh my gosh, snuck up on by Saint Sky, and Try's going to turn and burn right here. And now he gets delivered the big loot. I wonder what Saint was doing, though, because he was crouched up and didn't make a noise. He had an opportunity to fire first and did not. But regardless, though, here's Clicks, 4 eliminations, moving into the first full moving. He's looking pretty good as well with all the crash pads.
And a launch pad, too. He's going to get in the 6th zone without it, though. That gives him the opportunity in the 7th. Possibly going to try to block Newell. Just the pressure, though. Not even a cone. Not even trying to block him with the full builds. Instead, just trying to throw Newell off. That's not something that ends up happening too much. You just try to sneak through with piece control. Here's the launch pad. It's going to be in the water, though, so this decision might be difficult to reconcile unless he can land on somebody's base on the edge. Are they going to tunnel out for him? No, not on the mid ground, so it's a full low ground play for Clicks.
Things are going to get dicey here. As we see now, it's all over what is the water mass. And oh my gosh, our rocket almost slips in. He's going to turn his focus right to where it came from, trying to find a player back there. Now things are really cooking. Furious though with full HP and in front of the zone is looking like he's set up for success as well right now. Crash pads are coming out from Clicks. He's trying to find anything in his power to get to this next rotate, get to this next zone. And it's down the water. Remember, he does have the builds here. Using the water to his advantage though, gets closer and closer. Not his roof. Good reads here. Controlling the situation. Low ground is such a dangerous spot to be in right now.
I love the decision to continue to move forward into that zone a little bit farther because it will pull in that direction. Little on the backside of somebody, it's Cat, and he gets completely demolished with the tack. Has the harpoon to get through the weak structures of the wood, but that's not actually quite enough. Gonna have to try to get some minis, but dangerous situation for Little because low HP and low materials. 2 clicks with another one onto Gleppo. Here's the crash pads all the way up. Does not even go in the zone and blocks Frisk though. Now that's down below for him. Little finds another one, so does Furious, and now top 10 situation for everybody. Jacob is still in this game too. So is Frisk.
Good positioning here from Clicks as well, just to look down on the lip of the mountain as everyone has to go up and over. You see Little still eating Stormline right now. He's been struggling. He's going to get taken out soon. And there it is. Texi's going to convert on over. Jacob facing the same issues now as well. And on height is Jivvy firing down with that pistol. We're seeing so much pistol action. Clicks is going to get punished big time by it. And Jivvy here is sitting so strong. He still has a few mats as well to continue to carry out this end game. Frisk finally falls here too, Bala.
But Jacob gets one, not before taken out by Furious, and the pistol is reigning supreme up on Ida. 1v1 now. Jivvy versus Clicks. Clicks has builds, a lot of them. Oh my goodness, 750 mats still remaining for Clicks, so he can build fight to his heart's content, and he's gonna need to as it goes over top. Spend some time for the big pot in the final zone in a 1v1. The pressure is not enough with that pistol, and here we go. The retakes that you know
yes.
He will do it. The retake has worked. Jivvy, no more mats. The charge shotgun will be all he can, but he gets blocked in.
Oh my gosh.
With 5 HP. With 5 HP. And that's it. Clicks is now going to block him out, and I think he's done it. There's no chance for Jivvy. 5 HP, he takes the risk and it pays off. The pistol will not be enough, and he will take the game with 7 eliminations.
The irony right there, but all right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back to break down the action in just a bit.